Greetings, family, and welcome to the channel. It's your brother Prince Ayoko, streaming live from Tamale, the capital city of northern Ghana. In tonight's video, is going to be about shea butter processing. But before I continue with this conversation, I want to say a very good evening to all of you for, taking your time to watch and taking your time to listen, as well as, any kind of contributions that you have to share with regards to shea butter processing. And before I continue with this conversation, I want to make it clear for each and everyone to know that this particular topic that I'm coming with for tonight is mainly about shea butter processing. You understand? I'm saying this because I don't want each and every one of you to go beyond boundaries. I don't want any one of you to go beyond boundaries because there's a lot of things happening around the world which you might want to bring into the conversation, but that is not exactly what we're talking about tonight's conversation. And then moreover, I, as a person and as a prince, as a royal son of Dagbon, has find something important about, what I have to share. You understand? And the reason why I have find this important to share is because what I'm going to share tonight doesn't belong to me alone. Yeah, I did put some shea butter on my lips. That's why it's shining. So, okay, let's come to the real business. What I have to share with you tonight is because shea butter. Shea butter, as we call it in Dagbale, we call it bakahale. Bakahale in Dagbale, that's the name. Shea butter, bakahale. Shea butter in Dagbale language means bakahale, bakahale. That is KPA, ba, and then KAHILE, kahale, bakahale. So shea butter is something that is very, very important in our daily lives. I wouldn't say in our tradition, that is a secondary issue. It is very important in our daily lives as Black people. So, and therefore, I have, make my own research and find out that this is what shea butter does to the people. It heals. Shea butter is a multi-purpose product. It is a multi-purpose product that is an indigenous product whereby we can't do without it. We, those here in northern Ghana, cannot do without it because it goes in accordance with our tradition. It goes hand in hand with our tradition, you understand? And it also works with our culture. So, and therefore, no matter what the situation, it is the first indigenous oil that we inherited from our ancestors. So, and therefore, there is no reason to keep me from sharing something about shea butter with you, my brothers and sisters all over the world. And there is no reason for me to keep it to myself just because I am born in it. I was born into it, and I am practicing the use of shea butter. Maybe there's even some things that you don't even know about shea butter. You understand what I'm saying? There's even some things that you never know about shea butter that I'm going to share with you tonight. And the reason why I'm saying this is because shea butter is something that belongs to all of us. All of us. We, the Gombes at home, the Mampusi at home, the Nanumba at home, the Wala at home, the Bimoba at home, the Konkomba at home, the Nabdam at home, the Frafra at home, the Kusasi at home. All these names that I'm mentioning are ethnic groups from the same ancestor. I'm not going to mention all. I'm going to leave the rest for future reference. I'm not going to mention everything for you to understand what I'm saying. But what I'm telling you is that among all the ethnic groups that we have in Ghana, among all these ethnic groups that we have in Ghana, it is the majority of the ethnic groups in northern Ghana. Sorry to say, I'm saying sorry because I don't want it to look like tribalistic, but I want it to look real. You understand? I'm not saying this based on tribalism. I'm saying this based on what the ancestors has left for us as the indigenous people. You understand? So and therefore I have to share what I have learned and what I have grown up with you, how I was brought up, what I know, what the oral historians told me, and what is right with you. You understand? When I say what is right, it doesn't kind of necessarily means that I'm trying to manipulate anything. There's no manipulation here. 0% manipulation. Shea butter, as we all know it, is something that was left for us by our predecessors, that is our ancestors. And before I continue with the topic of shea butter, I want to say a very good evening to Kenyatta Gross. Kenyatta Gross, I like your name because my current brother in the reggae industry is Kenyatta Hill. That is the son of Joseph Hill culture. He's called Kenyatta Hill. Big up to you, Kenyatta Gross. And then we have this family there. I wouldn't say I have, but we have this family over there in the US. They are called the blind guy, his wife, their life. You understand? And I said, blessed love to you, my brother, and blessed love to you and our family over there. I wouldn't say your family, our family. And then live sports streaming. Well, yeah, I've already answered your question. Yeah, I did put some shea butter on my lips. And then Blind Guide also said we use so many shea butter products but don't know about the processing. Yeah, that's why I come out with this particular video. And then Kenyatta Gross said black people need shea butter. Sure, we don't need it. It is the shea butter that needs us. You understand? Sometimes when I talk about the reality, it makes me laugh. We don't need it. It is the shea butter that needs us because the shea butter is us and we are the shea butter, but it comes first before us. You understand? So, naturally organic say greetings, blessed love, Isis stream. And then Kenyatta Gross also say I'll look Kenyatta Hill. Yeah, look up on Kenyatta Hill. When you hear his voice and you hear his everything, it sounds exactly like his father. But tonight we are not into reggae. We are about shea butter. But go check him out, Kenyatta Hill. And Patricia Young said, Ago Prince, you are, saying an excuse to me. Like when someone is knocking on your door, excuse me. It's like in Ashanti, that's how they say Ago. So when I'm going to respond in Ashanti, I'll say Amen. Amen. You understand? So Blind Guy say greetings to you as well. I've heard that shea butter is healing for burns, but haven't reached it much. This is great to see it process. Okay, now let me come to the real deal and the real situation. I don't want to waste time, sending greetings and greetings and greetings only by mentioning names and everything, because everyone that is here is part of me and they are part of us. You understand? We are one big family. You understand what I mean? So, and therefore, there's no need to mention any names again. But let me just go straight up to the point. Now, when we talk about shea butter processing, this is what I'm going to start with the video. Shea butter processing. Shea butter processing is a process whereby it starts from the beginning, that is the early stages. When you refer your mind back to my videos for today, or to my video for today, you will see that I went to a village about 50 miles away from Tamale, because you can't get shea butter farms like this anywhere around Tamale, just within the suburbs of Tamale. You will not get it, because Tamale is the fastest growing city or town. Let me say, Tamale is the fastest growing town in West Africa currently for the past few years, if I'm not mistaken, for the past 10 years up to date. Tamale is the fastest growing town in West Africa. Out of all these 16 or 17 countries in West Africa, Tamale is the fastest growing town in West Africa. So, and therefore, this is the reason why we are losing our shea nut trees. Because when you go and buy a land and there's some shea nut trees on the land and you want to develop the land, at the end of the day, you have to cut off the trees. So currently, there's this non-governmental organization that is working on, putting a stop to the cut of shea nut trees, because it is said that when the last tree dies, the last man dies. Especially this kind of natural trees that we have. When we lose them each and every day, we are not losing the trees, but we are losing our lives as Black people, especially to those of us who have so many uses with regards to shea butter. Okay, let me leave everything and come to the point. The first process of shea butter is when they start, when the shea nut tree in Dagbale, we call it tanga, Tanga, Taanga, Tanga, that is singular. When it's one shea nut tree, that is Tanga. Taansi, Tansy, that is plural. When it's two or more shea nut trees, that is plural. Today, I'm taking you to a very serious Dagbale class with regards to shea nut trees, shea butter, and everything about it. Okay, so now when the tanga or the tansy, that is the shea nut tree or the shea nut trees, is going to start making seeds, it always starts making seeds in the dry season. That is at the early stages of the dry season. In the part of our country, in the entire country of Ghana, we are the only part of the region that is located in the savannah area of Ghana. You understand? We are the only region that is located in the savannah part of Ghana. So the rest of the regions is mostly the tropical zones or something like that. So those places, when you grow shea nut trees there, it will be very hard for you to have a good yield, because shea nut trees grows naturally. You understand? Even when you plant them, you can plant shea nut trees here. If I want to plant a shea nut tree, I can easily plant it here, and it can work very well for me, because this is a savanna zone. You understand? But when you take it to a tropical zone, whereby the land is always wet and everything, yes, you can get the fruits, but you wouldn't get a high yield. You understand? You would not get a higher yield. This is the difference. Shea nut trees grows by itself. You understand? When you plant it in a savanna area, it's different from a tropical area like Kumasi, Accra, the Volta region. Not all part of Volta region, because in the Volta region, the region is divided into two. We have North Volta and South Volta. So when you plant it somewhere around South Volta, that is from Pando, Hohoi, Nkwanta, Dambai, Karachi areas there down to Wulensi, you can have a good yield. But when you plant it elsewhere around Ho, Keta, Adidomi, Aflao, those areas, you understand, that is, let's say, generally South Volta, it will be hard for you to get good yield, because those kind of regions, I mean, in that part of the Volta part of Ghana, it is more like tropical area. The land is always wet, and shea nut or shea butter trees doesn't like this kind of weather conditions. It always wants mixed weather conditions, that is rainy season and dry season. So usually it is the dry season that it starts to bloom flowers for the fruits to start. So when it bloomed flowers, the flowers for the fruits to start, it can take about 2 months, like 1 to 2 months for the flowers to start making fruits. So in the next 3 months, the fruits will start to come out, like the fruits will start to develop, like you see it in today's video. So right from there, within the next 2 months, 3 months, down to 4 months, it will be ready for pickup. That is, the fruits will be matured for someone to eat, you see, and then at the same time use that same fruit of the shea nuts to what? Make shea butter. You understand? So shea butter starts from the beginning. That is when the flowers of the tree started to bloom. Right after the blooming, then there comes the seeds. When the seeds start to produce, that is the fruit. When the fruit starts to produce, it takes day by day, then it starts to develop. Just like every fruit of a tree, when it's after the flowers, when the flowers go off, then the fruit itself will come out, and then it starts to make big. That is the same way that shea butter also develops. So when it gets to the bigger part of it, then it stops there, and then it will just ripe by itself on the tree. So when shea fruits ripe on itself on the tree, no one is supposed to bring it down unless you want to do that. When you want to do that, then you can what? Climb the tree, shake the branches, and then it will fall down. You pick up what you want and eat. When you eat the fruit, the fruits, then you leave the seed there. When you eat the fruit, then you leave the seed there. Or when you bring the fruits home and eat it, then you give it to women. You understand? Because they always go under the trees to pick up the seeds. You understand? So what we do is that when the flowers bloom, when the fruits is ready and everything is ready, and it gets to a point whereby women can go to the bushes under the shea nut trees to pick it up. Look, our women here are one of the most powerful women on earth, if I'm not mistaken, because you know what? They would go to the bush. They will go under these shea nut trees with all these snakes, scorpions, and everything. They will battle with them, pick the shea nuts home, and make us the shea butter. That is, produce the shea butter for us. So I say a very big salute and a very big respect to Northern women in general for all what they're doing to bring shea nuts home, to boil it, to crack it, and then to boil it again, and go through the process to bring the shea butter into our homes for us to use to cook and eat, and for us to use to rub our body, and other purposes that I'm yet to come with in this conversation. So now let me go through this, and then I'll make it like step by step. So now let me take the first step. When the shea nut fruit is ripe on the tree, it falls by itself. When it falls by itself, the next morning, as early as 5 o'clock or 4:30 a.m., women in every compound will go to their farmlands, either their mother's farmland, their father's farmland, their husband's farmland, their uncle's farmland, their brother's farmland, their sister's farmland, or any, like, it doesn't care. The most important thing is you have to make sure that the farmland that you're going to pick the shea nut fruits or the shea nut seeds is from your family. You understand? Because there's boundaries. Each and every family in every community has got their farmlands, and there's these shea nut trees that is, that has grown up by itself on those farmlands. And there are some shea nut trees which grows up on no one's farmlands. You understand? That is a neutral farmland, so anyone can go there and pick a shea nut without any problem. So now let me come to the real situation, or the real deal, or the real business. Each and every woman who wakes up at around 4 o'clock or down to 5 o'clock a.m., when they are going to the farmlands, they make sure that this particular place that I'm going, at least there's enough shea nut fruits on the tree that can fall for me to pick. So they will go there carrying their saucepans on their head, or their, any kind of container that can contain the shea fruits. So when they go there, they will pick it one after the other, one patiently picking it, while these snakes, these scorpions is hidden under the bushes and everything. They will pick it up one from all these trees, and before you realize, the container will be full. Some women can carry 3 containers and then carry all of these 3 or 4 on their heads and bring it home. When they come home with these shea nut fruits, then they would take their time, keep it aside for it to rot a little bit, at least just 2 days or maybe like a week, because they will have to make sure that at least I can gather up to a bag of shea nuts, which is about 50 kilograms of shea nuts, before I can start the boiling process. So when they get all these 50 kilograms or more than that, sorry, then they will now come to the boiling part of it. The boiling part of it also involves a lot of work. You understand? It involves a lot of work because, first of all, they have to look for firewood. When they get the firewood, then they'll have to set up fire. Get a very big cooking pot, as we call it. It's made of aluminium from my uncles, that is the blacksmiths. It is the blacksmiths that makes this cooking pot. It's very big one. We have some size 5, size 8, size 9, size 10, size 20, and it is of different sizes, but they use the biggest one to boil it. So when they are going to boil this, they will set fire with very big firewoods after they gathered all the shea nuts, and they make sure that it can be able to fill up the size 10 or whatever, the biggest size. Then they will set the fire up. When the fire started to burn, Then they will put the cooking pot on top of it and put some more water and pour the shea nuts into it. And some people also decide to put the shea nut on the cooking pot first before water and then cover the top of it. So when it is boiled, it can take about 3, 4, up to 5 hours for the shea nuts to be boiled, like very seriously boiled. When it is very well boiled, they would, quench the fire and then leave it for it to get cool. When it gets cool, then they will use something that we call a sieve. In Dagbani, we call it paliyargu, but in English, it's called a sieve. That is what they will use to fetch all these shea nut seeds out from that cooking pot. When they fetch it out of the cooking pot, then they will make sure that they spread it on their compound. When they spread it, that is the boiling seeds, it can take about 2-3 days or up to 4-5 days for it to dry, depending on the weather condition. Depending on the weather condition, that is when the sun is hot or warm. Like when the sun appears so much, it can easily dry, or when there's enough air, it can easily dry. So when all of this is done, then they will do what we call the cracking of the shells. They would use what we call sampani. This sampani that I just mentioned is what we call it's like a compactor. Like it compacts they use it to compact our compounds. Look, like indigenous way of compacting our compounds. They use it to compact our compounds. It is this shea butter process is mainly women's job. Men are not involved in shea butter processing here. 0%. There's no men. Nothing involves a man with shea butter process here. You understand? A man doesn't do anything with shea butter. That is why I respected our women before coming into this conversation. Anything that has to do with natural shea butter has to do with women. From the processing, from the business, up to everything that is done here is like women that do it. No one does it. No man does any shea butter business here. Except recently when we have these Indians who comes here to buy the nuts, the shea nuts in bulk, export it, and then go and fabricate it and sell it to Americans and Asians and whatever. You understand? This is very painful for our women to go through all these situations, and all of a sudden they will just come and buy all the nuts and then take it away to Europe or India or any part of Asia, and then go and fabricate it and sell it higher price to people. You understand? This is not what I'm talking about. Shea butter business, shea butter processing is mainly women's job in northern Ghana. No man is involved in shea butter business in northern Ghana. 0. So any man that says he's involved in shea butter business in northern Ghana, look, he might be a liar or he might be true. You understand? He might be a liar because he can buy all these products from women and then later decide to export it. You understand? That is a second party. So the women are always the first party in shea butter business in northern Ghana. If you think I'm mistaken or I'm lying, just ask those who came here and bought shea butter. Whom do they bought it from? Women at the market. No man deals with shea butter here. You understand? There are some businesses here, it is only women business. There are some businesses here, it is only men business. But when a man wants to involve into women business, then you have to buy it from the women as a second party. You understand? When you want to involve yourself into shea butter business as a man, you have to buy it from a woman. When you want to involve yourself into yam business, then as a woman, when you want to involve yourself into yam business, then you have to buy it from a man. You understand? Because yam is mainly men business. You understand how it is? So here, everyone has got their position with regards to our farm produces or anything that we get from nature. You understand? So when they boil all these shea nut fruits or these shea nuts, when after the boiling they will crack it. But then if they have to crack it, they will have to dry it for about 3 to 4 days, even up to 5 days, for the shells to get harder. When it gets harder, it's easily for them to crack it. So when they crack all these shells, they will have to separate the shells from the seeds. So when the shells is separated from the shells, then they will have to crack it manually again. That is the seeds. When the seeds is cracked manually, then they will take it to the grinding mill, grind the shea nut seeds that they cracked manually. When it is grinded into powder, then they would now bring it back home, mix it with water, use their hand to mix it continuously for about full day, or for about 4 to 5 to 6 hours, or even down to 12 hours for it to be well mixed before they leave it for a while. And then the next day they boil it. When they boil it, that is the time that they will get the shea butter, and then they will get the waste. When they get the shea butter, they will extract the shea butter from the waste and then leave the waste. The waste is also not just waste, but sometimes the waste itself, that is what they mix with soil to plaster our homes. Pambergo, that's the name of the waste of shea butter in Dagbanle, Pambergo. This Pambergo that I'm mentioning, that is the waste of shea nut fruits or shea nut seeds, is used to mix with soil to plaster our indigenous homes, to make the homes harder. Or some women will also use it as firewood. That is, they will use it to set up fire to cook. So shea butter is something that is very, 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 very useful in our societies and our communities. Shea butter is one of the most important things that we have never had in these particular kingdoms of northern Ghana. Shea butter, as I'm talking to you about it right now, we have so many companies. Even a company that has been here before I was born. This particular company that I'm talking about is called Kasajan. Kasajan is a European company that has came here to northern Ghana, and now, even those days that they established the company, they have a branch in Accra at Spintex Road. I know the company at Spintex Road. That is from ShopRite. When you take the Tetequashi roundabout after ShopRite, when you take the Spintex Road down to somewhere around, you will not get closer to Flower Pot. You will get Kasajan company there. You understand? I never talk about something that I don't know. This particular company that I'm talking about, though they are European companies, they played a very important role in shea butter production in northern Ghana. You understand? This is the only company that I've ever seen in Ghana that has worked for generations upon generations up to date. You understand? They always stay committed. They always stay committed, and they are always on point with regards to the people and their business. Because the reason why I am saying this is because this particular Kasajan that I'm talking about has worked with our local women, has helped them. They have also worked with, the Upper East region, the Upper West region, and then the Northern region. The three northern regions of Ghana, they have worked with all the people in these regions. They have uplifted the livelihood of so many people in this region with regards to the shea nut seeds. It is only the seeds that they buy. They produce the shea butter here in Tamale, and then they send it to Accra and export it to any other part of the world. You understand? So I respect them because they do the thing here, the final product is done here, and then they make sure that they take it outside the country. This is not a problem, even though they are Europeans or they are from different kind of races. It isn't about racism. It's about what you offer me and what I offer you. You understand? So what they are doing is like hand go, hand take. um Brother, the blind guy, his wife, their family said all of the information on the growing regions and quality of the trees and flowering process is a college course. Yeah, it's a college course because um, there are some parts of Ghana don't expect to get I mean, to have a good yield when you plant a shea nut tree there. For instance, last year I was at the Ebri Botanical Gardens. When they showed me a shea nut tree, it was only the fruit that I used to identify that this was a shea nut tree. It overgrew. It grew beyond my recognition. So this is what I'm talking about. There are some places when you plant the tree there, it will survive. Okay, it will last longer, but don't expect to have any good yield. Even the fruits, don't expect to have any kind of fruit that can produce shea butter. You can only get the fruit, but you can't get the oil. That's the differences. That is the differences. That's the difference. You can get the fruit, but you can't get the seed. The seed, because the seed will be smaller, said that you can't even extract any oil from it. You understand? So there's the truth part of everything, and there's the manipulation part of everything. There's the artificial part of like there's in everything. Let me just make it simple. There's artificial or manipulation to everything, but you understand. But nature is nature. Nature is nature. This is the part of the countries in West Africa that God has, make the tree to develop, to grow and to develop and to make the people and all over the world benefit from it. So when you try to manipulate it, it will just be something that you will try, but you can never get the right results. You understand? If you think I'm lying, to those my families and my brothers and sisters who are from the southern part of Ghana, ask them which which of them has ever seen a shea nut tree over there that produces a good yield or that has good yield. What they have there, we don't have it here. And what we have here, they don't have it there. It is nature. You understand? We don't have cocoa in northern Ghana. We don't have cocoa here. That is what they have that can grow very well in their land. And this is what we have here that can grow very well on our land. So every part of Ghana has got what you can grow there and what you can get there. Okay, someone said, how long does it take for a shea nut tree to grow to fullness? Well, when you plant a shea nut tree, if I'm not mistaken, within 7 to 8 years, you should be able to start to have fruits. But it can take the tree even over 70 years and you'll still be having fruits. But sometimes when it starts to get too older, then the number of fruits that you have will be declining. That's one thing about the shea nut tree. But you still have the fruits, you understand. But as long as it gets older, the figure will be declined. The figure of the fruits will be declining, but it can take up to 50 years, 60 years, and you still be getting enough fruits on enough seeds on the tree. But when it passes around 50 to 60, then you wouldn't be able to getting all this kind of the good yield that you want. Mr. PDEPS. Wow. Good evening. How are you doing? How is life going on with you? Thank you so much, and you're welcome to the channel. Um, Thank you so much. That's all I can tell you. Enjoy your life, and I send my greetings to your family. So, as we talking about sharing out fruits, it's very important for me to also share with you about, you know, the indigenous uses of shea butter. You understand? I've just wrapped up the process like that, but believe me, in due time, I'm gonna take you through this process till you finally get to know exactly how our women makes shea butter. You understand? Today, I have taken you to the shea nut trees. I've introduced you to the shea nut trees. The next time that I'll be going there, that will be the time that the shea nut fruits is ripe and ready to be eaten. Right after that, I'm gonna take you to where the woman, I mean, how the women pick them, take you to how they boil them, take you to how they crack them, take you to all the process. It's a gradual process. Shea butter processing, when you know how it is being processed, you will respect shea butter. Serious. When you really know how shea butter is produced, you will respect it. You will definitely respect shea butter because no one on this planet, especially, sorry to say, especially Americans, Europeans, and Asians, no one will waste their time on something that is not more profitable. Trust me. No, no one, no one would ever waste their time on something that is not profitable, just some small profits. So imagine how our women suffer, and then some people will just come to the tamale market, buy it like 10 cities, 5 cities, 20 cities, 50 cities, like less than $5 or $3, and then just take it over there and sell it like boom. Though sometimes I don't blame these people because the shipment cost is also something that is, you know, highly costly. You understand? So I don't try to do anything that will bring other people's business down. Because even there are some things here when you get it cheap, like this pepper. You see, this is just straight. This is pepper straight from our farms. This pepper, as you see it, is just 50 pesos. Just 50 pesos. 50 pesos. It's not even up to 1 cent, just this one. But I can use it to cook for a month. You see, I can use it to cook for a month. That is when I'm here. That is cheap for me. But when I'm going to pay the money for this pepper to get to someone to the US, I can pay close to like maybe like $30 to $40, maybe down to $50 for the person to get it. So this is what I'm saying. It's like everything that we do in our systems, you understand, everything that we do in our systems, it is the system that takes the money and makes we those who work hard for it lose. That's the reality about business with regards to the system, not only the system in the US or Europe or Asia, every part of the world. It is the system that takes the money, and you, the one who brings the money to the system, loses. You see, so share butter is business, is a kind of business that you can do to survive or to succeed. But the problem that is involved in it is about the shipments. You understand? Because don't be surprised that you can buy something like 1 cedi here, or let me say like 5 cedi here, which is equivalent to like maybe like $1, and then at the end of the day you have to pay like 50 cedi to send it to someone in the US. You understand? Someone said, "Hello, Prince Ayoko. How large do the shea nut grow? To what size?" Okay, now the shea, the shea nut, the biggest shea nut fruit that I can tell, at least the size of it, mostly it's like in a circular form. It's always like in a circular form. The seed, it doesn't grow so big. It doesn't grow so big. At least maybe between um between 4, 5 to 10 centimeters. You understand? It's how it grows. Between 4, 5 to 10 centimeters. That's how it grows. And some even grow like 3, 4 to 5 centimeters. It depends on the particular tree because it has also got families. Do you know the trees also got families? It has smaller families, like it has smaller shapes from their families, it has taller shapes from their families, it has bigger shapes from their families. That's how trees also grow here. You understand? And then if you have any question to ask about shea butter, just ask me because I'm here to share with you some more information about shea butter, the uses. I've not come to that yet. So if you have, someone said, is black soap the same in Ghana? Well, um, this is not about black soap, but let me just bring black soap for you to see how it is. Sorry, experience is the best teacher. This is the black soap we have in Ghana. This is just it. This is the black soap that we have in Ghana. That's what I use to bath every day. I use black soap. But sometimes when I don't have it, I don't use it. But mostly that's what I like to use. So this is exactly what we have here as black soap. We call it kulukulichibo. Is black soap is originated from Nigeria. We are migrants from Nigeria. That's what I would say. We originated from that part of the continent, Nigeria. So yeah, I don't know how it is over there, but this is what we have here. Yeah, and it's very good. It's very good for the skin, especially when you use this and shea butter. It's very good with, your body. So, as I was saying, um, yeah, the smell of black soap is very good. But here, don't be surprised that when you smell black soap, it doesn't have so much smell on it. It just smells normal. It doesn't have any kind of smell that will make you feel like, wow. No, it's just natural smell. You understand? Yeah, somebody said Ghana has been exporting shea butter since 1963. I would even say Ghana has been exporting shea butter before independence because these colonial masters were taking it over there without our notice. So, so Ghana has been exporting shea butter before independence, and Mr. PVEPS, he said, Prince Ayoko, in Tamale, do you have plants that heals illness such as high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer? There's no sickness here that doesn't have a herb. There's no sickness here that doesn't have a herb. You understand? There's no sickness here in Dagbon, either skin disease, or stomach pains or headaches or body pains or high blood pressure and anything that doesn't have it, go to my video for today. You will see a plant. The tree is called the dawadawa tree here, and in the Gbanle we call it the do. The dawadawa is from Hausa language, and the do is from the Gbanle language. That's the name of the tree. And in English, it has two names. They call it the West African locust bean tree, or the West African locust bean. You understand? That is the name to the seeds. And then they call it, the botanical name or the scientific name of that particular tree is called Parkia biglobosa. Go and search Parkia biglobosa. Parkia. Parkia biglobosa. Biglo ZA, biglobosa, Parkia biglo, Bigloza, Parkia biglobosa. So just go and search Parkia biglobosa. You will get the West African locust bean tree. It is good for high blood pressure, and is good for curing stroke. It has other purposes that I might not know, or that I might know, but it's not, this particular conversation is not about that kind of issues. You understand? So just go and search it, and then you know the uses of it. It's just something that I'm sharing for all of us to benefit. You understand? And then someone say, oh, okay, from the last video they look like they grew big. Thank you for your response. Yeah, in the last video they looks like it grows big. The ones that I showed in the last video, it was in a picture that I showed from my community page. That is the mature size that I showed. That's why I said when they are fully matured, I'll take you through a very different class for you to understand what I'm saying. This particular channel is a class. It has to take you some time to understand what is really going on. That is, if I'm not busy, because I'm a busy man. I'm only sharing with you for you to know what is going on here. You understand? And what all of us has to know. Else, sometimes I wouldn't even spend my time to go and do that, because when they break, if I spend a penny of my time for you in a day, like when I spend a penny of my time, just a penny of my time for you in a day, you have to be blessed and you have to appreciate it. I have a lot of things doing when they break, so you have to appreciate any kind of time that I share or that I use to do something for you, because me myself, when they break, my time is not okay for me. You understand? So let's come to the uses of shea butter. Now let me take you through the first use. The first use of shea butter is that we use it to cook rice without adding anything. You can just cook rice, add salt, add pepper and shea butter, and it will be ready for you to eat. No any other ingredients again. Shea butter, salt, pepper, ready for you to eat. That's one thing. Okay, Yatahin said they were talking about the tree size. Shea butter tree doesn't have a size. It is of multiple sizes. So when I'm going to predict the size of a shea nut tree with you, look, you're gonna make me to lie, and I'm not gonna lie with you. You understand? I'm not gonna lie with you with regards to the size of a shea nut tree, because we have some shea nut trees that is smaller, but it produces seeds. That is from the family it comes from. And we have shea butter trees that is from big trees, and it doesn't produce seeds because it's not up to the size yet. You understand? So, and therefore there is a lot of different sizes of shea nut trees that has what it takes. It's just like women. Sometimes a woman can be up to 18 years. When you look at the woman, she will look like 28 or 30 years. You understand? That is from the family or the lineage that the woman comes from. It's just like shea butter. These trees has also get males and females. You understand? It also has males and females. So usually male shea nut trees doesn't produce seeds. It is only female trees, not only shea nut trees. Um it is only shea nut trees that produces seeds. You understand? So sometimes I have to be realistic with you with regards to these three species that we have here, because I don't want to make it look like I'm telling you something that is not real. You understand? All the three species that we have here, all the indigenous tree species that we have here, most of them, all of them, not most of them, all of them, baobab tree, dawa tree, sheda tree, ga tree, sinsabga tree, ngaranga tree. These are fruit trees that I'm mentioning. All the three species that we have here, each and every one of these trees has male tree and female trees. The male trees doesn't produce seeds or fruits. The female trees are the ones that produces. So and therefore, no matter what you do, it is what it is. That is nature. No one plants them. You understand? So and therefore, it doesn't have to have a size before it starts to produce seeds. You understand? So and therefore, when I'm going to tell you the real or the actual size of it, I'll be a liar. And when you come across any actual size of it on the internet, that is lie. That is a lie. No one can be able to determine the real size of a tree here. If someone has to do that, then it will take them for the rest of their life to do it. You understand? That is why we don't have a Dagbani dictionary, because when the white men came here, they did everything to have a dictionary from our language, and they couldn't do it. No one has ever had a Dagbani dictionary in the history of Ghana. No one. Go and make your research. If you think I'm lying, just go and make your research. No one has ever tried it and succeeded in getting a Dagbani dictionary, because you can't just do it. You understand? You can't do it. You can't. You understand? So now let's come to the uses of shea butter once again. As I already told you, you can just cook rice, or you can just cook any kind of meal that you want. Add salt, shea butter, and then pepper, and it will be ready for you to eat and get satisfied. Now, the other uses of it is that any kind of food that you have here, any kind of food except fufu. Fufu is not a Dagomba food. CJH, you said it's edible. Are you talking about shea butter? Shea butter is edible. Shea butter is edible. Right now, if I want to eat something with shea butter right now, just right now, all that I have to do is that I'll just heat the shea butter, add some onions into it, add some maybe like spices, that is if optional, add it to whatever I want to eat and eat it. Shea butter is 100% edible. Shea butter is 100% edible. You understand? Here there are some food like nyombeka, like tubani, like koshi, like yuana is also known as the koshi. There is let me say all the indigenous food that we have here that has to do with oil. When you do not use shea butter, you will never enjoy it. You understand? So shea butter is 100% edible. There's one more important information that I want to share with you about shea butter that you don't know. Here we have some kind of things that we call truly is a spiritual healing. These are kind of families that has inherited uh, from their ancestors. It's from, yeah, someone said, Starboy said, Serikasi in Ghana. Yeah, it's from the Serikasi family. Yeah, it's from the Serikasi family, three species family, Serikasi, yeah. So you see, Trulilana, Trulilana in Dagbani means a person who cures fractured bones. Fractured. That is when someone had an accident and their bones is broken. When someone had Sister Farida, Anangula, Yombewula, Sokambewula, Dama Zabewula, Abira, Tugwamala Lafi, Tenakubohandla Biela Biela. I'm greeting Sister Farida and asking her everything about where she lives. And I said we are in the classroom learning small. So in Dagbani, we have some people here that we call CJ said, I had no idea it was edible. My brother, shea butter has made a lot of people survive here. So you should have that you should have that idea from tonight. Shea butter is the main source of some people's survival in northern Ghana. That is what they eat every day to survive, and that is what makes them stronger, to look like strong and work for you to see like they are machines. Okay, so these people that cures fractured bones are mainly Mamisa 16. You say, hi bro, do you remember GBC radio 1 in those days when they used to do programs in your language? Yeah, bro, those days there wasn't television, there was some kind of radio. In these days, my brother, it was my father who was having this radio in the entire community because he was the ruler of the community. That was way back. That was way back because a lot of my brothers were born before I was born, but I was able to see this radio. It was a wooden radio. It was a wooden radio with just some two controls on it. The other one was for tuning. The down one was for volume, and the up one was for tuning, and it was having a thread. It was having a thread on it. So whenever he was tuning it and we're watching, we can see the thread of the tuning thread going. So whenever it catches GBC, then we'll just be listening. It was only when it's time for the Dagbani language that we were listening, because and Hausa, because our father was a fluent speaker of the Hausa language. So it was Dagbani and Hausa that we were listening to so much. That was in the early 90s, somewhere around mid 90s. You understand? To my time, it was around mid 90s. That was around somewhere 94, 95, that way. I got to understand languages at a very young age. So I understand what you're saying, brother Pamisa 16. Blessed, my brother. Thank you so much. You have an idea about what I'm saying with regards to shea butter. So you see, let me come back to shea butter uses. Um, this particular shea butter that we're talking about, when people have fractured bones here, in order for those who cures fractured bones here to cure these people, they have to mix shea butter with their black herbs, that is their black medicine, in order to cure the fractured bones. When there is no shea butter, then meaning they can't cure the fractured bones. But once there is shea butter, at least when someone's leg is broken, or when someone's arm is broken, or when the waist has a problem with regards to dislocation, or any part of the body that has to do with dislocation, they have to mix shea butter together with the black medicine in order to cure the person. That is another uses of shea butter. Sorry. So now let me come to the next uses of shea butter. You see, when we have our new children, the umbilical cord, the umbilical cord of the baby. It is shea butter that will be applied to it until it gets healed. You understand? When we have our new babies who is a boy, when they do the genital mutilation, sorry to say, it is shea butter that will be applied to it until the penis is healed. You understand? And then when we have this our tribal marks that I have on my face, these scars that I have on my face, the tribal marks or um the family marks, it is shea butter that cures it. When someone has a problem with dislocation on their body, even body pains, shea butter is very good for massaging. Someone said, Babe said, what is the black medicine? That black medicine is from an indigenous family here that I don't know anything about. That is also their part, you understand? Something that is not my part, I don't ask so much about it. It is a secret in their family. But all I know is that they add shea butter to that secret to make it work. You understand? So thank you for the question. So someone said, how can we get the black medicine, please? That black medicine, my brother, in order to get it, it has to do with those who does it. You understand? But sometimes when someone is in Ghana and has a fractured bone or any kind of something like that, I can get the black medicine, let them mix it with the shea butter, and I can send it to the person. You understand? But I've never tried it outside Ghana. You understand? So that's how it works. And then one thing about shea butter is also one of the uses of shea butter is that it is also good for, you know, chasing away or doing away with bad spirits. So any kind of elder or any kind of older person who is in a compound or who is in a family house, when they don't have anything in their possession, at least they would have shea butter in their room. Even when they don't have to eat it, they don't have to use it, they will still have it in their room. You understand? DK, you say I'm a lady. Okay, thank you. So shea butter, as we all call it, shea butter, shea butter, shea butter. When I'm going to count the uses of shea butter for you tonight, it is uncountable. So generally, I would tell you that shea butter, as we all call it, shea butter, it is generally for black healing. It is generally for black healing. But one thing about it is that when a person wants to involve in a business of shea butter, when you want it to be 100% true, when you want it to be 100% right, then you have to involve with women. No man deals with shea butter here. Me, for instance, when you ask me to get you shea butter, then I have to go to the woman to buy it for you. You understand? I can never do any shea butter with business with you whilst knowing I don't have anything to do with it. You understand? That is not my business. It is not men business. It is only women business. Shea butter. Shea butter business is mainly women business. No man is involved in shea butter business in the first class here. A man can only be a shea butter business partner in a second class. You see what I'm saying? Because it is the woman that picks up the seed, produces the shea butter, take it to the market, sell it to the locals, sell it to whoever comes. So and therefore, no one, or let me say, no man does shea butter business here unless you go to the woman and buy it. You understand? There you can become a shea butter business partner. You understand? That is a secondary issue, but primarily it is the woman. You understand? So me as an example, when you ask me to do shea butter business with you, if I don't want to waste my time, I'll just introduce you to a woman who does it. You see what I'm saying? Simple. I'll just introduce you to someone who is doing it. Because It is the woman that produces the best quality shea butter. So for the man to become a partner, then that will be a second partner. But the original person is the woman. You see how it goes. So yeah, someone said, I do not know shea butter was so powerful. Yeah, shea butter is very powerful. If you don't know, you know today. No one can tell me that shea butter is not powerful, because the majority of nordness, not even nordness, the majority of Ghanaians survive from shea butter. Look, in the southern part, when someone has a fractured bone, when they take the person to the Kwalebu Teaching Hospital and the doctors could not do it, when they take the person to the 37 General Hospital and the person is not survive, is not able to survive. When they take the person to the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital at Kumasi and the person is not able to get cured. Finally, what they will say is that take him to the north or take her to the north. That's where she can get healed. And the person can never get healed here without the application of shea butter and that black medicine together with some traditional sprays. You understand? This is a kind of hidden spirit that I'm sharing with you, and you are so fortunate to know it because of shea butter. Else, you would have never get to know it. We are very secretive here. Very, very secretive. So you should be giving thanks to shea butter for doing this. You understand? You should be giving thanks to shea butter for knowing this. I'm telling you. Because that's other people's, lineages, businesses. But for the fact that I'm focused on telling you the uses of shea butter, I don't have to hide anything from that. Someone said, I know a lot of men who sell it. Yeah, men can sell it. I did not say men cannot sell it. I said the main businesses of women here with regards to shea butter is women. When we talk about shea butter in the north, it is women who deals with shea butter. So any man that comes to deal with shea butter is a second party. In business, let me say I'm originally for this is my original belonging. You understand? I produce this. So any person that comes to buy it from me is a second party. The person can also decide to go and sell it to someone, and the person can also decide to what? Take it and sell it to someone. But the originator is there. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I mean by shea butter. Shea butter, like indigenously, shea butter is a woman business in northern Ghana. You understand what I mean? Even there are companies here who do that, but you know, locally, I'm talking about locally and indigenous way of shea butter production and shea butter business. You understand? Okay, someone said there's yellow and white shea butter. I'm gonna come to that and make it clearly for you to understand. Babe said, yes, I believe it's amazing for healing and other things. I like this video. It's teaching me some things. Thanks, shea butter. Well, yeah, let's give the thanks to shea butter, and no one should give the thanks to me. Brother Jagbani, greetings to you. Mabia Anungula, Dama Zabe Wula, Sokambe Wula, Adira. Brother Jabane, please share a little bit about shea butter with them with regards to what I'm saying, because you have the experience and you know it. You are from here. So tell them. Yeah. Some Babe said, I need the black medicine, Prince. Wow. Then that would be serious, because that black medicine, in order to get it, it has to take me some process. But you can email me so that I'll try my best to see if I can get it for you. You understand? Because I don't lie and I don't want to be a liar, but I can definitely get it for you if I want to. You understand? And DK said, Ayoko, I am married to a Ghanaian from the western parts, and I use and sell the shea butter here in Texas. It is beautiful. I love shea butter. I will be there soon and will come to the north. Your Ashanti that you wrote isn't on point. You said Kajua, or do you mean Ajua or Kajua, or I don't know if you are speaking from Equiapim, or you're speaking from Fanti, or you're speaking from Ashanti, or you're speaking from Kwao, or I hear all these languages, so just let me know which one you're speaking from. Someone said there's yellow and white shea butter. I've already said this, and I'm gonna come back to that. The yellow shea butter that you all see, the yellow shea butter that you all see, and the white shea butter that you all see, both of them are original. But do you want me to tell you the truth? The white shea butter is the real one, but that one isn't even pure white. It isn't pure white shea butter. It isn't like 100% white. It's kind of creamy. The original color of shea butter is creamy in color. Creamy in color. It's not white. And the yellow shea butter that you see, like this color, almost like this color that you see, the color that they add into that shea butter for you to see it like this is herbs, is color of a herb. And that herb is also a source of what? Healing. In Dagbali, that color, that particular herb, we call that herb Pajao. Pajao. Pajao in Dagbali means a light-skinned woman. A light-skinned woman is a woman that we call Pajao. So this particular color that you see that has shea butter, when they dig the herbs, the roots of that herbs, they uses the roots of that herbs. When you soak the roots of that herbs into water, when it is well soaked, this is how the color will be. So mostly when they add the herbs of that roots into shea butter, it turns the color to something like this. You see how it is. So that is why I'm saying that both of it is okay. But the only thing is that the difference is you wouldn't be able to, determine. Until I tell you today, you wouldn't be able to determine that it is herbs that they use to change the color. That is, if it is pure indigenous shea butter. Because maybe someone might just take it elsewhere and add something different to it to make it look yellow. But from here, I can say it is herbs that they add into it to make it look what? Yellow. You understand? So there is only two colors of shea butter that we have here, but that yellow isn't common here because people don't, go in for it too much. People like the natural one, the pure, indigenous, and natural one, something that nothing is being added into it. You understand? So that is everything that I have to share with you about shea butter. You understand? And as I'm saying, if you have any question to ask about shea butter, you can ask. Because with what I've shared with you in our subsequent live streams, I'm going to share a lot with you about shea butter. Someone said, do they have fake shea butter, and how can one know the difference? Okay, now let me tell you something about fake shea butter for you to understand 100% tonight. The only difference between fake shea butter and real shea butter is that when there is no heat, when there is no heat, when the weather is cold, Shea butter is very hard when the weather is cold. Very, very hard. You can't look. You see this black soap. You just look at this black soap. Now let me squeeze it with all my strength. You see, I can't squeeze it. That is how shea butter looks. When shea butter is in the cold, no matter how you try to squeeze it, you can never squeeze shea butter. Like you can never mash it for it to be flat. But you see the fake one, no matter how cold it is, when you hold it a little bit, it's very soft. That is the difference. Because a lot of things has been added to it to weaken the strength of it or the nutrients in it. So and therefore, when you touch it a little bit, then it becomes like a cushion. That's the difference. That is the difference. For the differences in the color, always based on the creamy one. That's the original one and nothing else. Okay. Someone said, how can we order it? You can order it if you want to sell it or if you want to buy it. It's at the market here. But the problem is the shipment. You can buy it very small at the cost, and the shipment can cost you so much. Especially this COVID 2021 days. It's no more COVID-19, it's COVID 2021. You understand? So, is shea butter used for injury or just? Yeah, shea butter is used for all kind of injuries. Deep cuts, minor cuts, fractured bones, dislocations, massages, general body pains, healing. You understand? So shea butter is used for healing. Generally, that's what I'll say, or that's what I'll tell you. You understand? And Babe said, yes, the white creamy one is better. I like this one. Great video, Prince Ayoko. Thank you. I'm gonna email back when they send email, please. My email is simple. It's princeayoko@gmail.com. Princeayoko@gmail.com. But hey, don't put so much pressure on me about shea butter. I'm not a shea butter dealer, okay? I can only help you when I have enough time. You can still email me. When I have some time, I'll check on the post office. I'll check on how to buy it and email it to you. But no pressure, no too much pressure. Okay. I'm into so many, like I'm into a very serious business these days. I'm even yet to, I know I don't want to mention it. I want it to come to on my next video. I'm not gonna even try to share it right now. Okay. Yeah. So Anita Sly said, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Zamiria said, wow, thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Will anyone ship me shea butter to America? Yeah. If I'm super busy, I can get one of my guys or one of my boys who can easily do that for you. I will just buy it, make sure that I buy the quality one for you, give them your address, and then they will go and ship it for you. But we have to know how much it weighs, how much it costs before you can, you know, send the money for the shipment. You understand? I don't want to tell you something today and the next day it will be a different story. I don't do that. Okay. I have some things that I'm dealing with. And Shonda said, hi Prince, hello. Can you sell it to us? I'm not a shea butter dealer. Almeta Harrison, I'm not a shea butter dealer, but I can buy it for you at the market. My sister, you understand? As a matter of fact, I'm not a shea butter dealer. Like I don't deal with shea butter. I don't do shea butter business. I have a lot of shea butter that I use personally, but I don't do it as a business because it's not main business here. I have something that is main business that I do. You understand? That is what you see me do. You understand? So I left what belongs to the women for them to do. So I can still get you shea butter and I can send it to you, but as a matter of fact, my level and my everything is above shea butter business. So sorry, but I can still get you shea butter, send it to you over there. You understand? So that's it. And someone said, is there land there available to begin to manufacture products made in Ghana? Valerie Williams, yeah, there is vast lands of here. I mean, there's vast of lands here that you can come and use it. I mean, not use it, that you can come and purchase with your money, use your own money to develop it, do your own business without anyone's, controlling you, or anyone doing anything with you. But then you have to make sure that you are very focused and, not trying to play games with any kind of indigenous people here. That's all. And so you said, DK said, what's your email, Prince? My email address is princeayoko@gmail.com. It is princeayoko@gmail.com. That's all. Almeta Harrison said you should be. Okay, well, do you want me to be a share butter a, a shea butter dealer? Like when we say someone is a dealer, like someone who deals with, like someone who does a particular business. For instance, I'm a livestock dealer. I'm a livestock farmer. I'm a livestock dealer. Right now, when someone call me, hey, I need this kind of sheep, whatever, boom, I'll get the money right now. You understand? That's what I do. When someone say, can you please come to this place and fix my truck for me right now? I had a problem with this. Right now, I'll go and get that money. You understand? When someone say, can you come and weld this thing for me right now, within a seconds, right now, I'll be there. You understand? I always do with things that I know. Shea butter, I know much about shea butter, 100%. But, you know, I do, I don't want to carry so much load on my head. You understand? Someone said that shea butter doesn't spoil. Original shea butter doesn't spoil. You can keep shea butter for over 1,000 years. It doesn't spoil. The only thing that shea butter doesn't like is heat. It is only heat that melts it, but it doesn't spoil it. When shea butter is melted into any kind of liquid, when it gets to a very cooler condition or cool condition, it becomes normal again. So shea butter doesn't spoil. And someone said, um, also my prince, is shea butter eatable or used for cooking oil? Shea butter, you don't eat it raw, my sister. Shea butter is not eaten raw. It's either you use it to cook or you mix it with something to eat. But shea butter itself, no one should ever try to eat shea butter by itself, just like that. Please, there's a caution here. Don't eat raw shea butter. Okay? Don't go to elsewhere and say, Prince said I should eat raw shea butter. Please, even spiritually, we don't eat raw shea butter. It is either it is mixed with herbs or maybe some black medicine before you can eat it like that. But to eat shea butter raw like that, nope, no. I would not advise anyone to do that. When you do that and get your problem, please keep your problem to yourself and don't say it is Prince Ayoko that give you this problem. Never try to say that. Okay? I'm begging you. Yeah. So, is there any other question again about shea butter? I'm gonna wrap up this conversation just within a seconds. I've even used most of my time. It's almost 12 a.m. I was supposed to just spend an hour on this live stream. So, is there any question again, my brothers and sisters? So, I think so far I can say so good. Till we meet again next time. You said you are our teacher about indigenous things. You are our teacher about indigenous things. Indigenous things. Indigenous things. Yeah. Yeah. Um I'm I'm not not I'm not 100% a teacher, but just sharing. Brother Pamis, my brother, my big brother, I said greetings and love to you and our families in Las Vegas. And I said a very, big thank you to you for, your caring. I say my blessing. I send my blessings and love to our families at your side as well. And I will definitely make sure our families here, you know, hears your greetings. Peace and love to you. And there's no black shea butter. Someone says there black shea butter. No, no. There's only yellow and creamy shea butter. Only yellow and creamy. No even white shea butter. We don't have white shea butter. And naturally organic say Rastafari guide and protect. Yes, I stream, blessed love. We know say uno I feel no saying blessed love, I stream. So thank you so much to my brothers and sisters for keeping the vibes positive, for sticking to the topic, for respecting yourself and I, and for making all this conversation a very interesting one. I say a very big thank you to all of you for your kindness, for your respectful, and for your good manners and the way you behaved. I'm so much inspired and I'm so much grateful for your behaviors. There's some more to come unexpectedly that I'm not going to share. A word to the wise is enough. Enjoy your night and stay blessed. Sending my love and my peaceful greetings to all of you and our families at your side. Enjoy your evening. Peace.